so sorry. I have been absolutely MIA for the past like pretty much 2 weeks. I put up a blooper video, but come on, I mean, that's just a total filler, no content video. I'm sorry. I'm here to explain where I've been, what I've been doing, and everything else. So Wayne's World, back it up. 3 weeks ago. Okay, so Bras and Things competition happened on the 22nd of September, which pretty much was the week that I did my last TMI Tuesday. Let's start there. I had an amazing time at the Bras and Things competition. I went in and there was 4 of us that were there. There was supposed to be 5 girls, but the 5th girl didn't show up, so it was just 4 of us. We got sized and fitted in our looks. We had 5 different looks that we had to show, and we ended up getting to keep everything that we modeled, which was like wickedly awesome because it was probably around like $300 worth of lingerie and like bras and underwear and stuff like that, which was amazing. Like, I was so happy. So the competition went really well. I had such a blast. I didn't make it to the finals, but that's totally okay. I had a lovely time. I'm so happy that I had the experience, and thank you so much to everybody that came out, that came and said hi. I really appreciated your support. It was a wonderful day. The weekend after Bras and Things was IMATS, and I had such a great time. I actually have an IMATS video that I will be posting. I've just been so behind with all my videos, as you guys have probably noticed. I only went on Saturday for IMATS. I met so many really awesome viewers, so thank you so much if you guys came up and said hello. That meant so much to me. I had a great time. I saw R2-D2, which was like, fangirl moment. What else happened? I met Chloe from Chloe Morello. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous, you guys. If you don't watch her, you need to. I'll make sure to link her below. But I finally met her in person, and I'm so glad I did. Chloe, you are a sweetheart. I am so happy I got to meet you. Amongst all of this stuff happening, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you would know that I have been applying left, right, and center for jobs, and I was going to tons and tons of job interviews, and I went to a job interview for David Jones. It's kind of a really big department store here in Australia, and I got a job as a beauty consultant makeup artist at the Estee Lauder counter in David Jones, which is really exciting because Estee Lauder is like a top-notch brand. They have wonderful skincare, and I'm really excited. So I've started work at Estee Lauder, and I of course have been super busy from that. In amongst that, we have also been apartment hunting. Glenn and I are looking for an apartment and going to viewings, and it's really busy. And after all of that kind of subsided, we decided that since we don't have an apartment yet and we still, like, Glenn owns this house, we decided that if we did want to get an animal, now would be the time to get an animal, so that we had time to like house train it and housebreak it, or like it would get over its anxiety and stuff like that. So we ended up getting a puppy, and her name is Lola. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you will have already seen tons and tons of pictures. I put them on Facebook as well. I'll leave the links down below if you haven't seen them. Follow me there and you'll see all sorts of stuff like that. I'll be doing an introduction video on introducing Lola to you guys, but I'm not going to show her in this video yet. You'll have to wait for the introduction video or see her, ooh, you're snoring, or see her on Instagram. So yeah, Lola, my new baby. With that being said, in no way or form have I replaced my cat, Obi. Obi is still in Canada living with my parents, if you guys didn't know that. It is next to impossible to get an animal into Australia, and I think it would be kind of cruel to uproot him because he's just settled in at my parents'. He has a huge yard to play in, he has people that love him, and that would be awful to be shut in a cage, have a 15-hour flight, and then be in quarantine for like over a month in a strange place that you didn't know. And not to mention, it cost $1 billion trillion. So since Glenn and I aren't planning on staying here permanently, we didn't really think that that was a smart decision, and especially it just wasn't nice for Obi. So in 3 years' time, or however long we're going to be here in Australia, we'll all move back to Canada, and we'll bring Lola because it's a lot easier to bring a dog into Canada than it is to bring anything into Australia, and we will have a little sister for Obi. So no, I'm not by any means replacing Obi. That would absolutely hurt my feelings if you guys thought that, because I Skype him weekly. He is my first and only cat love. I love him to bits. So yeah, I didn't replace him. Last thing that I want to get into, kind of to catch you guys up before I start answering some questions, is my cleanse. I told you last video that I did a TMI Tuesday, which was like 3 weeks ago, oh my god, that I was about to do a cleanse, and I am on day 4 of said cleanse, and I haven't been I haven't been vlogging I haven't been vlogging this cleanse only because I thought that I would be an insanely grumpy bitch because I haven't been eating, but I'm actually in really good spirits, so I might do a little bit of a vlog today. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of talk about my experience. It would be really boring to vlog it. Like, all I'm going to do is like taste the juice and be like, oh, this tastes bad, oh, this tastes good. So that's not really helpful. I want to do like a comprehensive video on how I found the cleanse, what it was like not eating and stuff like that. So that video will be up hopefully in the next week or two. And yeah, I'm going strong on my cleanse. It's definitely weird to not have eaten for the past 4 days. Liquids only. I'll get into all that when I do the actual cleanse video. But yeah, that's kind of all that I wanted to catch you guys up on before I jumped into some questions. Again, I'm so sorry that I had been gone for so long. My schedule is now kind of back onto a routine, and I'm really excited. I have 2 new beauty videos actually coming for you this next Tuesday because I had been so bad not posting, I decided to give you 2 new ones instead. So yeah, hopefully you guys will forgive me, and let's jump into this week's TMI Tuesday questions. I guess it's not really TMI Tuesday, it's just TMI like today. TMI today questions. I guess it's not really TMI Tuesday, it's like TMI today questions. Fruby's X asks, have I listened to any of the Alice Cooper syndicated radio shows? Yes, I have. I did when I was in Hawaii with my family for vacation. I can't seem to really find it here in Australia, but I did listen to it once, and he's awesome. I mean, I love Alice Cooper. He is such a character. He's a smart businessman, and he makes rockin' good music. So yeah, I liked his radio show a lot. Baby Bear asks, what do I like about Mac computers? Anything you want to do media-wise, you can do it. And I really like that because I am a person that does video or photos or stuff like that, and it really caters to that. And the editing programs and all of their programs are super basic and simple, and you can teach yourself, and that is huge in my books. I don't want to spend so many hours trying to teach myself how to use just a simple program. So yeah, I would always stay with MacBook. Free to be 95 asks, what is my favorite non-domestic animal? I'd have to say some sort of big cat. I don't know, like a panther or a tiger or lion or mountain lion or something like that. I like cats, and I like big cats. Telesfish says, I saw that you follow Blake Shelton on Twitter. What is your favorite Blake Shelton song? I actually only follow him because he is insanely funny. I don't think I've ever heard a Blake Shelton song. I didn't even know that he was a singer until I saw him on whatever that was, like The Voice or something. I saw a clip with him in it. So yeah, I don't know who he is, but he's really funny on Twitter, so I follow him. Nikinka asks, do I swim in the ocean in Australia? Yes, I do, but not super regularly, just because I have extensions and I don't want them to get all dried out and salty, and then they just feel really gross. So I mean, going swimming for like an hour in the ocean versus having nice hair, I'd rather have nice hair. If I do go swimming in the ocean, I usually like put like a leave-in conditioner in my hair, or I put a lot of oil in it and I'll braid it back just to kind of get everything slick and down and not free flowing in the ocean, because it would tangle and it's just not worth it. I mean, when you're spending that much money on your hair, you want it to be in good shape. So yeah, I don't really swim in the ocean all that much, and when I do, I either have my hair up so it doesn't get wet, or I slick it right back down. Samantha Slynn asks, did I start skiing before I started snowboarding? Yes, I actually did. My dad was a big-time skier. My mom skied, and so it was kind of an obvious thing that they would teach me how to ski. I was 2.5 years old, or I guess I would have been just about 3 when that ski season started. I started really young. My family was really into winter sports like that, and I started snowboarding when I had just turned 6. So I have been doing it forever and ever and ever. I love it. It is one of my favorite things to do in the entire world, and it breaks my heart that I haven't been able to do it this past year because of living in Australia. So it's really hard for me to continue skipping winter as much as it's nice to have summer. I am a winter person, so I do really miss the snow and snowboarding. Carly Forever asks, did I watch Lost? No, I haven't watched Lost yet, but we do want to. Glenn and I have like a bunch of TV series that we plan on watching, and Lost is one of them. I am excited, although I hear mixed reviews. Like, some people really love it, and some people are like, yeah, it just pisses me off. Like, there wasn't like an ever explanation of what's happening. And I don't really know if I like TV shows where I can't kind of figure out what's happening. I don't know. I don't like to be led on and led on and led on. I kind of like understanding what's going on. So I'm not sure how much I'll like Lost, but I'm definitely going to watch it. NZ Chick 8 asks, will I ever come to the South Island of New Zealand? I would love to. I think that it is so beautiful. I see photos all the time. It is so similar to British Columbia from what I hear. So I'm really, really excited to go and check it out. I don't know when that's going to be a possibility, but I definitely want to go travel there. A Daydream Away Zero asks, would I ever want to go to an American music festival like Bamboozle or Warped Tour? Yeah, I would love to. I'm not in the area, so it's not like I'm going to fly over for a music festival, you know? If I was in North America, absolutely. I've tried to go to Warped Tour in Canada when it travels up through Canada, but it didn't happen, and I don't know, I would love to go, but I'm just not really there when they happen, you know? If I end up being in the area, I definitely would buy tickets. So they look great and the lineups are always awesome. So yeah, maybe one day. XDollyX asks, how soon is it to say I love you to your significant other, and when did Glenn and I say it? I think it really depends on your relationship. I mean, you don't want to rush it. It's not something that you just want to dive into and startle the other person with or whatever. I mean, I think you definitely need to get over that first initial phase of like puppy love and your first initial stage of lust and oh my god, this person's new and I really, really like them. Like, I think it takes at least about 6 months to kind of get to that stage where you kind of have your head on straight and you really do realize that you love someone and you love them for specific reasons, and you know, I don't know, I've said it too early once and I regret it, and it's not something you can take back, you know? It's something that when you do it, you dive in head first, and so make sure that you really are ready to say it when you are ready to say it. Now, with that being said, don't wait for the other person to say it. Like, if you do full out love someone and you know, like, I really love you, say it. I mean, with Glenn and I, we were long distance for over 6 months, and it's just like, that wasn't the right time to say I love you. I didn't want to say I love you over Skype or over a text message or over a computer. And even when I got to Australia last September, it was just like, I didn't want to say it just yet because I didn't feel ready. And I think that he kind of felt the same way. And it was actually really funny because he ended up, it was his birthday last year. His birthday's in November, and on his birthday, I planned a surprise birthday for him. And I remember talking to my friend Brooke, who you guys have met in some of my other videos. I had been going back and forth being like, oh my god, I really want to say I love you because I know I love him. I've loved him this entire time. I just don't know if it's the right time to say it. And she's like, oh, you have to say it, you have to say it. And I remember I threw him a surprise Mexican fiesta birthday party, and I remember on his birthday card I wrote Te amo, which is I love you in Spanish. And I was like, well, he doesn't speak Spanish, so I wonder if he'll know what it means, or if it does, maybe he can like look it up and then it's like a cute way of saying it. But I ended up saying I love you pretty much earlier on that day, and it was really, really funny because I had said, we were lying in bed and I looked at him and I'm like, okay, I need to say something. I'm going to like have a heart attack and hyperventilate until I do, so just let me get it out. I love you. And he's like, he just started laughing. I mean, I knew that it was like a good laugh, but it was like one of those uncomfortable things where it's like, do you love me back? Do you love me back? And I knew that he did. It's just, you want to hear it back. And of course he said it back, and it was actually really funny because he literally got out of bed, ran out to the car, and in his glove box of his car, he had kept this little piece of paper that he wrote on the back of a Starbucks like employee, what are they called? Like an evaluation form. He wrote on the back of it a little note to me saying that he loved me, and that Starbucks card was from Vancouver, and he had wrote that like 8 months earlier. What was it? Just about 8 months earlier, when he had just been leaving Canada the first time, and he said that he wanted to give it to me then, but he wanted to wait to make sure that like this was it and it was be all end all and that it was going to happen. And it was pretty cute that he knew back then, and the same as me, but he didn't say it because he wanted to make sure that this was our be all end all, and it is, and I'm so happy that we did wait. It made it so much more special. So yeah, that's my little blurb story about Glenn and I. But back to the topic of when it is time for you to say I love you, you really do know, and don't be afraid to say it. I mean, girls can say it to guys, guys can say it to girls, it doesn't matter, or girls can say it to girls and guys can say it to guys. I mean, whatever floats your boat, but don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid to be the first person. So after that long rambly rant, I'm going to end off TMI today. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and allowing me to have a little bit of space when I need it. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you so much for 40,000 subscribers. I'm so appreciative. You guys rock. I never in a million years thought that I would ever have this many people watching my channel. I mean, I'm a complete spaz. Who would have known that spazzes like me can have people like you watching me? I don't know, but thank you. I really do appreciate it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!